I don't know how to do an intro, so hey guys, how's it going? You good? Okay, let's get into the video. So guys, today I wanted to do something a little different, but also kind of like what I did last week, where I do a dramatic reading of something. But this time, it's something I wrote. When I was the age of 15, 16, I really got into fan fiction. I really got into them though, and I wrote a few. And as I was going through my notes earlier, I may have found one. It's time to read you a story. Now, this specific fan fiction is called The Story of Amazing Cat. As the fandom knows, Dan and Phil have a friend named Cat. I shipped Phil and Cat for a while. I'm not ashamed, and I wrote a fan fiction about it, so here we go. It was a summer day, and Philly had been working in the hot sun. He loved to plant flowers, and she loved to watch him plant the flowers. Kat always had a crush on Phil, but knew that the internet wouldn't have it if they started dating. She was at his and Dan's flat. She was at his and Dan's flat for a visit. When Phil walked in, she couldn't help but stare. He was so beautiful. His eyes so blue, hair so perfect. His skin was pale, but he was perfect. How many times do I say perfect in this? She wanted to tell him. She wanted to tell him that she loved him. But she didn't know how he would respond. This is where it gets interesting. It was the next day, and she had 2 tickets to Phil's favorite singer, Ed Sheeran. She asked if he wanted to go. He looked at her with joy in his eyes and said yes. He got dressed, and so did she. He dressed nice, and she also made herself look beautiful. What is this? Phil stared at her. He couldn't help it. She also stared at him because he looked beautiful. They got ready to leave, and they turned to Dan and said goodbye. They went and grabbed some food and went to the concert. They had pretty good seats. They kept looking at each other, and Phil's favorite song came on. It was also her favorite. How Would You Feel was the name. Phil looked down at her, and she looked at him. Everything else in the room went blurry. They felt like the only 2 people in the room. He leaned in, and he kissed her. Concert ended. Wow, that was a quick cut. Okay, the concert's over. That happened, and the concert's over. They didn't talk the whole car ride home. When they got to the flat, Phil finally spoke. He told her he loved her and that he wanted to be with her. She told him the same thing. She got out of the car and started to walk in, but before she could get inside, Phil grabbed her and kissed her again. They went inside, and Dan asked how it went. The next day rolled around, and Dan went out of town to see his family. Phil, after Dan left, asked Kat if she wanted to go out tonight. Of course she said yes. He took her to a very fancy restaurant, and after the date was over, they decided to go walk in the park. They sat on a bench together, and he slowly reached over and grabbed her hand. She accepted it, and they held hands and sat for a while. He then asked her to be his girlfriend. She said she would, but she knew she would have to leave London soon. They'd been flying back and forth. This is apparently like a few months later. Good writing, Katie. They'd been flying back and forth from America to Phil's flat. They'd only been dating for months. They love each other very much. It's their 11th month of dating, and Phil is planning to propose. What is happening? They go to the place where they first went out, and Kat was getting slightly suspicious. They ate and then went to the same bench. Phil let go of her hand and redid that night again. He then looked at her with a smile and looked at her hand and said, "This hand would look nicer with a ring on it." She started crying and just screamed, "Yes!" And then he got down on one knee and did the proposal. She was so excited. They kissed, they finally got married, and now live in London. They both still do YouTube. It was the perfect relationship. They lived happily ever after. For now. Wow, that was super cringy. So, if you notice, it does say "for now" at the end of that. There is more to the fanfiction, but I'm gonna stop for now because it's whirlwind. There's something about, you know, somebody dying, and you just have to keep you guessing. So, if you want to hear part 2, leave a like down below, comment below your favorite part of the story and how much you were cringing. Again, nothing against fanfictions. If you want to do it, go for it. That is your life. I support creative writing. Do it. You do you. Don't forget to like if you want a part 2 again, guys, and don't forget to comment down below your favorite part. Subscribe for more cringiness like this, because that's just my life. It's one big cringe. Again, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.